I'm drinking a Kalon with vanilla and cornflowers in it. Are you enjoying that? 5 in the morning? A lot of people swear by Yorkshire tea, yeah. Good evening, Rysel. How are you doing? Always happy to see Oni. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. I hope you've been having a pleasant day and a pleasant Christmas along that note as well. While you're in tea sommelier mode, what would you recommend for someone who likes Earl Grey but is medically supposed to avoid caffeine? Ooh. Okay, I must admit my my lack of knowledge here. I tend to like black teas, or white teas. I don't drink much in the way of green tea, which is a good option if you're trying to have a low caffeine caffeine tea. But there, was that? I think there was a brand, Garden Party, that I found pleasant. They did some decent green teas. But it's been a while now, so I'm not confident about that. Whichever brand it is I'm thinking about did do quite nice green teas, but I think it was Garden Party, but I can't be certain. Oh, there we go, Lady Sheila. You can get decaf Earl Grey. Twinings make it. There we are. Republic of Tea brand blackberry and sage black tea that is really yummy. I'm afraid, though, chat, we are literally just watching them get stuff built. And there is not much else for me to do right now, because if I do much else, I increase the time it takes them to get stuff built. So I hope you can forgive me for basically just watching stuff happen. Court Gaming. Green tea has lots of caffeine. Not... I mean, okay, green tea has more caffeine than water, sure, but it has about half as much as black tea. Well, maybe not half as much, but, you know, near as damn it. I mean, you're never going to beat decaf, because it's literally manufactured to have low caffeine. Like, you're going to be talking, like, I don't know, like 5 milligrams of caffeine in like, decaf. But black tea's got like 50, and green tea would have like 20 to 30-ish, depending, somewhere in there. So I'm sure you can. Perhaps you found green teas that have a lot of caffeine, but as a whole, I certainly wouldn't discount that. But as a whole, green teas have much less caffeine than other teas. If you're looking to have tea and you need to seriously avoid caffeine, then you can have decaf, whatever. But if you're looking for a whole tea that is just lower in caffeine, then green teas are fairly solid for it. Sad. Green tea has 30, black has 45, so for someone with caffeine, I mean, if you've got a caffeine allergy, then you shouldn't just be asking for, well, you should probably just be avoiding tea. If you're allergic to caffeine, don't drink things with caffeine in it, and all teas do have caffeine in it. Even decaf is going to have trace amounts. Like, honestly, if you're asking me for tea advice and you cannot consume any caffeine, my advice is, sadly, don't drink tea. I drink water. Where's white tea on the caffeinated tea? Oh, I actually don't know. And so I wouldn't want to send anyone off, especially if someone's, you know, looking for options because they medically need to avoid caffeine. But I would be very surprised if it had any kind of high level of caffeine in it. White tea is very... it is an incredibly subtly flavored tea. And now, I'm not saying that you can taste caffeine necessarily, but the other properties of white tea would lead me to imagine that it would have very low caffeine in it. Very low. But hard to say. Like, I don't know. I've never actually looked up how much caffeine would be in white tea. Whereas I've got a vague idea. Like, I'm fair. Well, indeed, as people have said in chat, they've basically confirmed what I thought was roughly the area of green tea. You can have caffeine in small quantities, rarely, but should avoid it where possible. I'm gonna be honest. You're probably not looking at real tea then. I mean, you know, except for those rare times where, you know, maybe. Let me have a quick Google. Let me have Google. How much caffeine is going to be in white tea? Now, to make sure that people are not saying about 15 milligrams to 30. So it's somewhere between decaf black and green. Somewhere from like more or less right in the middle of the between decaf black and green up to green, but you know it looks like white tea is one of the teas with the least amount of caffeine. But if you need to avoid caffeine, I'm gonna be honest with you. You should just be either drinking decaf, or just not drinking tea. So I'm terribly sorry to say. Nettle tea is a good option if you can get it. I wouldn't know what store-bought nettle tea would be like. Nettle tea is a good option if you can make it. Right, we want to be bringing in yeah, we're going to want to be bringing in hydrogen in there. Actually, let me cancel these because they're going to build them first, I bet. There we go. Now. Oh, wait. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I need for the inputs for my gases to come through the pool that's going to be down here. So, with that in mind, I need all gases to reach this point. I've got a lot of them. That's going to be annoying. Okay. I'll probably double thick the wall, so this still works. Those will be the input points for any of the oxygen that we're bringing into the base. Hooray! We've got it done. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Now, seeds-wise, I want this very high priority and seeds. I would like a Buddy Bud seeds. And I would like pips. Pips and pipsqueaks. Ideally pips, though. Right then, pips. I got a job for you. Oh, I also need to do one more thing. To make sure that these get built in the right order. Actually, you know what? I can just cancel the deconstruction then, that's fine. It'll achieve the same result. Construct you and you and you. Slowly getting everything emptied out. Oh, no. Just occurred to me I'm going to have to do exactly the same thing down here and empty that out. Ugh. Pain in the backside, that is. Oh well. Gonna need to do exactly the same. Actually, I should be able to cancel that one. Copy this over. There. And straight up. And the same control should affect this. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Do it like that. This way I can vent both of these areas completely. We're so close to getting this done. Thanks everyone for suggestions. I guess I have some research to do into decaf tea, since I wasn't aware that was a thing. Oh yeah. Aavak, how would I go about sending you a packet of tea? I need to stop being super slow to get my PO box sorted, and then you can send it to my PO box. I am a bad Aavak, and I feel bad. Right. I am going to get all of this sorted out. Oh no, I'm making it 9. Nah! Annoying. Okay. I will add in something there. Something there. I need to empty out the wastewater. But the clean water will have to come straight in like so. To each one. Actually, it would make more sense if I bring the clean water in directly from here and then branch it out. So probably... Well, Need something like this. It does mean that, sadly, some of these are going to get their delivery water significantly later than the others. I'd actually like you to go from the top, thinking about it. And you know what? No, the first split I want to make should happen further down. Especially because I'm going to need to be sending water to both of these. So yeah, I'm going to have the first split a little bit further down. Or maybe even higher up. I could go either way. Basically, I don't want to give priority to one side of toilets over the other. I want that to split off from here, for example. I'm fine with giving some degree of priority to the water in here, though. I think that needs regular water too. It needs water. That needs... This is going to need steam. And that one's honestly going to be such a potch for me to set up. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing it. But nevertheless, here we are. Starting to regret having closed off the upper area now. Because I think it might be better for me to take polluted water up and out. Any cool water, clean water needs to come in from outside. Oh, that is not where I want to put that. But the polluted water needs to leave the system. So to that end, something like this will do. There we go. And I'll have bridges to dictate the path of travel. So, something like this. We'll continue to use sandstone. There's really no reason not to. I want to give priority to the toilet over the mess hall there. That being said, you know what? I can probably do this a little bit better still. If I do that, and then move this, remove that. It's going to be a little bit more costly in terms of my my use of piping. But I think it's alright. Because these are all recreational facilities anyway. Now I do still need to take this up. There we go. And at this stage, I am going to have to dig back in there, which is vexing, to say the very least. But glad I noticed that need now rather than later. But effectively, we can run all of this across. And out. Yep. And then what we do with it doesn't really matter. Like, we don't need to cool it when taking it out of this system. That isn't required. Initially, I had this area for processing water within the base, but I don't think we will. And the chief reason for that is that a water sieve, when it's complete, will drop polluted dirt. So I don't want to just add polluted dirt into this system if I can avoid it. Right. Any of you want to go ahead and bury a seed? By all means. Not going to stop you. How many in there? There's all 9. Okay, cool. Let's cancel that. There you are. Go ahead and store whatever you like. Hopefully over there. Now we just need to wait and see what they do. But that should be everything we need for the plumbing. Except for the steam. The steam does need to come in. Now, the steam is going to be a real pain in the backside. Especially because the stew... Second. Does the steam have to be 125 degrees? Overheat temperature is exactly 125. I kind of feel that the sauna is honestly going to be more trouble than it's worth. Just because of the exacting requirements. Overheat temperature at 75. Actually, what's this made of? Golden mal. Oh, I could use steel. Deconstruct that, build it out of steel. Alright. Now, one of the things that occurred to me is I could 100% use steam from this. Don't hot tub is the same. Requires pipes. You need power, liquid intake, liquid outtake. Minimum water temperature is 37.7. Overheat temperature is 37.7. Is the sauna limited to steam having to be exactly that temperature, though? If I use this... does the overheat temperature become much higher? Wonder. Because honestly, if I could, I would 100% be okay with that. Water must be comfortable temperature and will cool rapidly. Requires pipes to and from the tub and power to run the jets. Minimum water temperature of 37.7. I could have a water pool that maintains a temperature. Huh. I might be able to do this then. Sure, let's go ahead and make a steel hot tub, and we're going to deconstruct this and make a steel sauna. And we'll just see how that goes. Come on. Are they able to... Oh, they have! Yes! Now I just need the next one. Once all of those are done, we're removing the flooring. In fact, I actually don't need the flooring anymore. So I can remove it now. Oh no. Body temp, it's fine. It will cool, I promise. But water for this. Just double check that. So liquid intake, liquid output pipe needs 100-degree water. 37-degree water. That's fine. When it gets used, it uses 100 kilos of it. It's a bit less fine. I'm assuming that the input does it? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this one up. Does it output polluted water? Let's see. Some water. Hot tub. Hot tubs consume bleached stone and cycle water. It can bleach stone? Did I just miss that? Is bleach stone maybe something that's been added to spaced out? I wonder. Bleach stone was added in when they started having germs. Hand washing stations also use it. No. I wasn't asking about was bleach stone added to the game. The wiki I was just looking at was talking about the hot tub consumes bleach stone. Is that... It doesn't say anything about that here. Is that something that has been added to the spaced out DLC? Because if that isn't a concern, then I don't mind setting it up. I just don't want bleached stone in here giving off chlorine, because that'll hurt their eyes if they're outside of an Atmos suit. Okay, time to deconstruct you. I'm a little bit concerned about this one. Let's see if they plant that buddy bud there. Yeah, wondering if the consumption aspect was added in Spaced Out. Because if not, then I'm fine with using it. If so, I would rather avoid it with a with great conviction. Espresso machine. Pinch of peppermint I'm not using, but I guess I could hook up an espresso machine as well. Juicer would require way too many things, just a stupid amount of stuff. Arcade machine uses too much power. For this line especially uses way too much power. If I have a look at it, already the potential load on this line is staggeringly high. Really? Damn. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Got too many different things for them to use. I guess, honestly, perhaps I just don't need that many things. I hadn't considered the requirements there, I will confess. And it looks like the requirements are a little bit too high. Okay, well done. And now the last one. I could just put in some nice art between these three items. That would probably do enough. Yeah, the wiki lists bleached stone consumption and internal storage. I imagine that because the game does not list it, I imagine that in the Spaced Out DLC version, like if you're running full Spaced Out DLC, you'd have to manage that. So I probably won't worry about it then. For now then, let's just focus on the sauna, which is going to need reasonably hot steam. I am going to demolish these. I'm going to add in an Atmos sensor. Right about here. I'm also going to delete all of that. This one is purely to empty this out so that I can get just fill it completely with hydrogen. This one will only remove the steam from here when it's over a certain amount. I will also, as it happens, need a thermo sensor because I'm willing for this one to turn on. Ooh, I want a hysteresis. Sorry, a SR switch. Memory toggle. There. And then I would like send a green signal to the set port. We'll set the memory to green. And then, so effectively I need 2 temperature switches, 1. Do I really care that these are copper? No, I don't. Like so. Nice and simple. I will also need a pipe. Well, I'm going to get this sorted first. Effectively, I'm going to have a filter out here, a gas filter. It'll check if this is steam. If so, it'll send it down and back in here. I'm not going to run this through this through the liquid area, simply because I don't want to cool the liquid. Sorry, to warm the liquid up with the steam, or to cool the steam. If I could, I had a liquid that I could keep at a nice hot temperature, that would be great, but sadly, not really an option. Because if I pipe the steam into a container, it will eventually cool. Sauna may actually be more trouble than it's worth. You think that wiring is wrong? The SR on the right side of the gate. Oh, you're quite correct. Sorry, you're quite correct. Thank you for catching that for me. Yeah, there we are. Thank you. But, as I was saying, I think with the sauna, this may actually be more trouble than it's worth for me, ultimately. Simply because if I have steam in the pipes, it's not going to... It'll eventually, you know, burst the pipes. It'll cool down. Uses 25 kilos of steam per use. The only thing I could do is I could cycle the steam. If I had the steam flowing into it, then... So the steam wasn't ever just sat there. It flowed in, and if it wasn't used, flowed back into the steam room. Then it would stop the steam from ever cooling, except the steam that was in the device itself. But I kind of feel that maybe, yeah, the sauna, as nice as that idea is, I kind of feel that the sauna might be better off in a dedicated room that was kept warm for that purpose. So I'm... Unless this has got some crazy insulation. Let me have a look at that on the wiki. Sauna. Buildings, let's find you under furniture. And we want the sauna. Right, sauna is used during downtime to improve the duplicant's morale. Despite being a recreational building, it does not need to be in a recreational room. A duplicant spends 30 seconds in the sauna. The morale bonus is called steam powered and has +2 morale and lasts for 4 cycles? My god. The sauna is effective at heat destruction. Oh. Okay. It takes 120 degrees steam and gives you back 25 kilos of 120 degree steam and gives you back 25 kilos of 80 degree water. Yeah. So the sauna just straight up deletes the heat. Huh. Duly noted. Duly noted. Maybe it is worth me trying then. The only issue is I'm going to have to really insulate the steam pipes. And we're talking about crazy insulation. We are probably talking ceramic heat pipes. Of course, it's bloody far away, isn't it? Sauna power station, yeah. Saunas are thermodynamic defying portals. Indeed they are. This is why they're notorious as places of shady business deals. Hey, how dare you disparage the good name of saunas the world over? I'll have you know that saunas are wonderful, and I spend much time in them. Never once have I seen any shady business deals taking place, especially none involving me. Good night, Hollow Soul. You have a good sleep, mate. Alright. We are going to go with this then. But it is going to have to be ceramic tile. Now, chat, do you think I should just have a ceramic tile leading down to the sauna? So it is about as capable of insulating as I can make. And then just being there, and I just repair it if/when it gets damaged. Or do you feel that I should have a rotation? So steam gets pumped down there. If it doesn't get used, steam gets brought back. Much less expensive because the steam is not going to be sat in the pipe. As a result, I don't need to worry about it.